In less than an hour, Congress will meet in a joint session to certify President-elect Donald Trump's victory in the presidential election. Vice President Kamala Harris will preside over the counting of electoral votes from each state. Today also marks 4 years since the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Over 140 officers were assaulted by Trump supporters who stormed the building that day. Today, fencing surrounds the Capitol complex. NBC's Ryan Nobles previews today's event.
Congress convenes in Washington this morning with a simple yet important job: certify the ballots from the Electoral College to officially pave the way for Donald Trump to once again be sworn into office on January 20th, with the president-elect's 2024 opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris, presiding. Harris describing her role in a video message shared with NBC News.
The peaceful transfer of power is one of the most fundamental principles of American democracy. This duty is a sacred obligation, one I will uphold.
The certification will mark an important step in the GOP taking full control of power in Washington. In addition to Trump retaking the Oval Office, Republicans took back majorities in both the House and Senate last week, with House Speaker Mike Johnson narrowly holding on to the top job on the first ballot.
We have a mandate. People want an America First agenda.
And while today is expected to be uneventful, the remnants of the chaos and violence from 4 years ago, when over 140 officers were assaulted, remain. Heavy fencing lines the Capitol complex, and hundreds of Trump supporters who stormed the Capitol on that day have been convicted of their crimes. All of it led to changes in the certification process and increased security. President Biden, writing in a Washington Post op-ed overnight, that America, quote, cannot accept a repeat of what occurred 4 years ago, adding an unrelenting effort has been underway to rewrite, even erase the history of that day. We cannot allow the truth to be lost. Earlier, asked about his predecessor and soon-to-be successor.
I think what he did was a genuine threat to democracy. I'm hopeful that we're beyond that.
But Trump himself refuses to take any blame for that day and has even promised pardons for some of those convicted.